Welcome back, Cardboard Warriors. How's everybody out there doing today? Wanted to go over my last Brothers or Dominaria Remastered draft. Um, I don't know when I'll be able to post this, and I know it's like way late. This happened a few weeks ago, but Frick's Y'all's one came out like right after this, and I've been opening that and haven't had a chance to do this video yet. So we'll see when it gets up here. But I did obviously get some prize packs. I did pretty good. I think I came in third out of, I think there was like 14 or 18 people there. So it was pretty decent. Not as good as I'd hoped because I didn't really get some of the cards I was really hoping to get a little bit more of. And again, I tried to go kind of two different paths with the deck here. Because I did actually get 2 Cloud of Fairies and 2 Peregrine Drakes, which are just awesome in this format. And I got a Spark Spray for the cycling there. And so originally I was running 2 Grape Shots in the deck, figuring I could store them off a little bit, get a little bit of value out of them. After turn 2, I lost turn 2, I believe, and like 2-1. And I just felt like I wasn't getting enough value out of the Grape Shots, so I ended up pulling them out of the deck and putting in a couple other things. But the deck did kind of cool. I'll show you the main combo here in a second. I call it my tap dance combo. But here's the removal I got. I got 1 Flame Tongue. I was hoping I'd get more. I had gotten 2 the previous time. That I did a Dominaria Remastered draft. I was hoping I'd get 2 or 3 this time, but I only ended up finding 1. But I did get 2 Lightning Reflexes, and those actually work really, really well as removal. Because you can cast this Flash after damage on one of your opponent's creatures, then they got to sacrifice it on their end step, so, or that cleanup step after that phase there. So this actually worked really good for removal. I didn't actually use it on my creatures ever. I pretty much just used it as removal for the opponent's creatures. So that one is actually a really good cheap removal card that gets rid of any creature on the board. I only got 1 Chain Lightning. Again, I was hoping to get more. I did get a Fire and Ice. Again, it would have been nice to get a few more of those. But that was my removal. Not a lot. I could have done a little better on that. But here was the main deck of the main kind of combo. I got 2 Hermetic Studies, 2 Quicksilver Daggers, which, if you're familiar with them, Hermetic Studies are just enchantment. Tap this creature, deals 1 damage to any target. Basically turns them into a Tim, an old prodigal sorcerer. And then Quicksilver Dagger is the same thing, except it costs 1 more, but you can draw a card. And you can hit target player or planeswalker and draw a card. So you can't hit creatures with it, but you can hit the player, and then you get to draw a card every time, which is nice. Card draw is very important, as we all know. But what you do is you put 1 of these on 1 of these, either Horseshoe Crab, so you can keep untapping and retapping. So however many islands you have, that's how much damage you can do in a turn. Just sit there and ping everything to death. The Thieving Magpie, whenever it deals damage to an opponent, you draw a card. So this with the Quicksilver Dagger, you're drawing 2 cards every time you tap them to ping the opponent for a point of damage. Plus it's a 1/3 flyer, which is good to have on the board as a blocker. And then the Goblin Medics, I got 2 of those. I was hoping I would get more Horseshoe Crabs and more Magpies. That would have been, I would have done much better, I think. The Medics are amazing. A couple more of those would have been really awesome too, but every time it becomes tapped, it deals 1 damage to any target. So you put a Hermetic Study on it and you tap it, you actually get to do 2 damage to any target, but you can separate it up. So you can kill a couple 1/1s, or you can ping a 1/1 and ping the player. It's a cool little combo. I just didn't get enough of these. If I'd gotten a few more of any of these, I think it would have been a lot more useful, especially the Horseshoe Crab, because you can keep repinging and stuff. So that's pretty much what I kind of built the deck around, because it's just such a fun combo to play. It's really, really entertaining because you just end up getting all this tap ability. However, the problem I was coming across in this particular event was that there was so much removal and so many people running black that I played against with tons of removal, black and white. So much removal that these guys, I just didn't have enough of them to get through the removal to keep them on the board long enough. So I did good. I won the first round and the third round, and I think the fourth round, but I think I lost the second round. Or I might have drawn a round too. I don't remember. It was a few weeks ago, like I said. My memory's pretty bad. I had a Skirk Prospector just for ramp. A couple more of those would have been helpful. I got 2 or 3 of those the previous time, and they really helped just for getting that extra mana out to cast things a turn earlier. I threw a Mind Stone in after I pulled out the Grape Shots because my opponents were doing really good with the Mind Stone, and the extra little ramp doesn't hurt, and then being able to draw a card in a tight situation helps. I got a couple Lancers just because I needed some kind of inexpensive fast creatures that weren't relying on the combos. So these guys, 2/2 haster with flanking for 3, not too bad, not too great. I did get 2 Abrax. These are pretty beastly creatures, and the fact that when you cast one you can grab the other from your library and get it in your hand, so even if the first one gets removed you get the second one out there, and the haste and the pump ability is really good. They didn't really come into play too much because there was so much removal. Like a lot of times both of them were getting removed, but the other problem was I always got both of them in my hand at the same time, so they were kind of useless for being able to search and pull another card out of the library. So that was a bummer. I kept getting them both at the same time. Dragon Engine, I never got him on the battlefield. I don't think once, maybe once, but he didn't actually stay there long enough to attack. Great little pump artifact, goes in any deck, but he didn't come into play for me very much in that particular event, but he is a pretty good little card to throw in there. Smoldering Crater I threw in there just for the cycling ability, and I pretty much always cycled it. I don't think I ever actually cast it because I was getting mana flood like crazy, even though I only run, and I did it in this deck, I only run 15 lands and 25 cards almost always in my drafts. I run light land. I run light land in my decks too. Most of my 60 card decks only have 18 lands in them on the high end, so yeah, I run pretty light on lands most of the time, and once in a while I do end up having a mulligan down because I get a bunch of 1-lane hands, but most of the time I end up getting mana flooded, and the same was true here. There's like one time I had to mulligan down to 5 because I kept pulling 1-lane hands, but then like most of the games I was getting flooded out. I was drawing like 5-6 lands in a row. It's like, so it's the weirdest thing. Most people run like 23 and 17 or 24 and 16 on the low. I run 25-15 and I still end up getting mana flooded all the time. But anyways, let's open my prize packs. I got 2 Dominaria Remastered draft packs, and I got the Brothers War promo. So we'll take a look at these, see if I get anything exciting in here. Anything to pay for the draft because I didn't get any. Oh, I forgot to show you the other cards. Hold on, real quick. Grape Shots, I got an Automancer. I got 2 Dampening Spheres that I just grabbed because they're good cards, great sideboard cards, and there was nothing else in those packs. And well, nothing better. Yeah, I had a Matron. I had a couple of these Histrodons, but they're beastly creatures, but the casting cost is just crazy. The cycling's good, but 3 is still kind of expensive for cycling for me. If it would have been 2, I probably would have stacked at least one of them in the deck just to have a bigger beast out there. But the Veiled Serpent, I was tempted to put him in. I almost did. Obsessive Search, again, another one that's just a really good card, but I didn't have any madness that I knew about, but I did end up coming across a few people that had a lot of discards, so I probably could have put it in the deck. It might have helped a little. And then these are the cards that got handed to me at the ends. And then, of course, I pulled a Spirit Guide just because it was a nice card and there was nothing better in the pack. And then I got a Cliptop Retreat because originally I was thinking about going 3-color with the white. That's why I did have a couple white cards in there. But there was just nothing better in the pack anyway, so I grabbed that guy because great card. And then there's basic lands I got, and I don't know where the tokens are. Anyway, let's look at the packs here real quick. See if I got anything good. Edict, not bad. Patulova, not bad. Veldic, great uncommon. So we got good uncommons, but we got Hose in the rare. Sabbath, Tree Folk, okay, nothing there. Come on, give us a Force of Will. Make it all worth it. That would be nice. Just a couple packs and pull a Force. We don't complain at all. And oh, time stretch. I was so thinking that was a force because it was a blue mythic. All right, lightning reflexes. We got one of those on the deck, or a couple of those. Pacifism foil, island bird. All right, let's check our promo pack here. And what do we got? Puppeteer, Flow of Knowledge, and Portal Phyrexia. At least we got a mythic with the little promo stamp there. So not bad. All right, we got a couple mythics. So anyway, that was my deck. Let me know what you guys did during your Dominaria Remastered drafts. To me, it was the most fun set to draft, and it's a bummer that I only got to draft it a couple times. I hope some more come up so I can draft it again because it was such a fun set for me, being an old school original player, to get to play with these cards and actually draft them again is just awesome without having to spend $10,000 on a booster box. So anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget to check out the description below. I got links down there, save your money, get your cash back on all your Magic purchases. And I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully we'll see you next one. Bye.